This isn't a joke. The person you love deeply will never be the same again. God says this is not a coincidence that you're reading this message right now. There is a moment in time when heaven stretches down toward the earth and breathes its truth into a single soul. And this is that moment for you. Everything around you may seem still, but in the spirit realm, there has been a great stirring. A cry, a shift. Something happened last night that changed everything, and it has already reached the ears of those around you. Except yours. You deserve to know because this concerns someone you love more than anyone else. God says this is not just another message. This is divine timing. A sacred interruption. This isn't a joke. The person you love deeply will never be the same again after this incident. Everyone except you knows that last night they lost their peace, their stability, and the part of themselves they tried so hard to protect from the world. They cried in silence. They fell to their knees alone, whispering your name into the dark. Hoping you would feel it, hoping somehow your soul would awaken in the night and reach out across the invisible cord that still connects you. They waited for a sign from heaven. And now here it is. God says, you must not ignore this. You must not delay reading this because this message carries the weight of heaven and the tears of someone who still believes in your heart. You see, everyone around them saw it. The moment their light dimmed. The moment their joy fell quiet. The person you love deeply. The one who used to shine so brightly when you were near. Who used to laugh like the stars. Themselves danced behind their eyes. Something happened. Their heart broke in a way it never had before. And the truth is you weren't there. You didn't know. You couldn't have known. But now that you do, God says, it is time for you to respond. They lost the part of themselves that still believed everything would turn out fine. The moment they looked at the empty space where you used to stand and realized you weren't going to show up, not this time, they broke. And no one could stop it. Their friends knew. Their family tried to help, but no words could reach the place they had fallen into. The silence swallowed them whole. The pain was too raw, too sacred, too full of your name. God says you were always meant to be their comfort. You were chosen to be the one who would hold them when the world became too loud. But something came between you and you stopped hearing the whispers of their spirit. You stopped noticing the subtle ways they tried to stay in your life without pushing too hard. But even when you were silent, even when they questioned if you still cared, they still prayed for you. They still believed in your soul. And last night, the breaking point came. Everyone saw the shift in their eyes, the sudden stillness, the resignation. That beautiful person, the one you love deeply, gave up something precious. The belief that you would return before it was too late. But it's not too late. That's why this message has found you now. God says this is the wake-up call your heart has been waiting for. You have been distracted, pulled in every direction, and yet your heart has never let them go. You still think about them in quiet moments. You still hear their laughter in your dreams, but life got busy. Emotions got complicated. Words went unspoken. And now you stand on the edge of a decision that will either restore what was meant to be or leave you with a silence that never fully fades. This isn't a joke. This is real. This is your sign. God says, listen with your soul. This person you love, they still love you. They may be bruised. They may be silent. But the thread that ties you two together has not broken. It's just frayed from the strain. And last night, when they realized you hadn't come, when they felt your absence like a scream in their spirit, they let go of something they had clung to for so long. They lost the part of themselves that thought you could hear them without words. God says it's time. Time to look past everything that distracted you from their heart. Time to remember why they mattered to you in the first place. Time to realize that nothing has filled the void their absence created in you. You've tried to move forward, but your spirit keeps circling back to them. You know why? Because love like that never leaves. Love like that is divine. Love like that has God's fingerprint on it. And so God speaks now louder than before. Do not wait another day. Reach for them. Speak to them. Because right now they are sitting in silence, wondering if anyone noticed the shift in them. They are walking through their days with a quiet heartache that only you can touch. They are pretending to be okay while carrying the weight of all the things they never got to say to you. God says it was never meant to end like this. This was a soul agreement before time began. You both promised to find each other, to walk side by side. And yes, life got messy. The road got complicated. But God has not forgotten what was written in heaven. This is not just about romance. This is about destiny. This is about purpose. This is about two hearts that were created to build something together that neither could build alone. And now the decision lies with you. Do not let their silence fool you. They are not angry. They are hurt. They are waiting for the smallest sign that you still care. And if you give them that, if you whisper even the smallest truth from your heart, their soul will awaken. Again. The light in their eyes will begin to return. Because you still have that power. You still hold that place in their spirit. The truth is no longer hidden. The truth is that someone you love deeply suffered in silence while you were unaware. The truth is that you still matter to them more than you can comprehend. Open it now before your chance fades into memory. This is a message for you. A message. A message to remind you of what still can be healed. Of what still can be rebuilt. God says the heart you love is not gone. It's just waiting for you. And now that you know the truth, you must respond. Because this isn't a joke. This isn't fiction. This is real. This is sacred. Everyone except you knew that last night they lost the last bit of strength they had left to keep pretending they were okay without you. But even in that loss, there is still hope because now you know. And knowing is the beginning of everything. God says, choose love. Choose healing. Choose now. My beloved child, this message is for you and you alone. Not by accident are your eyes resting on these words. Not by coincidence has your soul been drawn here. It is I, the Lord your God, the one who formed you in your mother's womb and counted every hair upon your head. I speak to you now in this moment because your heart is crying out for truth, for clarity, for a revelation. That will change everything. My voice is the still small whisper in your spirit that you have longed to hear in the silence of your nights. I know you. I have always known you. And what I am about to reveal will not be easy for your heart to carry. But it is necessary for your spirit to grow, for your soul to rise, for your life to move into what I have destined for you. God says, this isn't a joke. The person you love deeply will never be the same again after this incident. Something has changed. Something irreversible. Everyone around you knows, everyone but you. Because your heart is so pure, so trusting, so filled with hope that you refuse to see what they saw, to feel what they felt, to accept what last night truly meant. They lost something, my child. Something they cannot regain. And while they smile in front of you, while they hold your hand and tell you all will be well, a part of them has crumbled inside. And you feel it too, don't you? That strange distance, that shift in the wind. That ache that has no words. You keep wondering what changed. Why the one who once held your name like a prayer in their mouth now seems distracted, heavy, quiet. You think it's stress. You think it's just a phase. But I tell you now, it's deeper than you can imagine. The heart of the one you love has been pierced by something unseen. It happened last night. Yes, last night. A moment that felt ordinary on the outside, but inside, in the unseen places of their life, something was lost. And they have not spoken it aloud. Because they are afraid it will destroy you. But I will not let you remain in the dark. I love you too much to let your heart stay blind. I am light, and where I go, darkness must flee. I bring to the surface what others try to bury. And what I'm showing you now is a truth you have sensed in your soul. You felt the shift. You heard their voice tremble in ways it never used to. You watched their eyes turn away too quickly. Their hands become colder.